Well, hello there everyone, it is Andrew again from MAO Magic, and today I have with me Native Union's Jump Cable, which is basically a fancy little cable that you can carry around that'll also support a reserve battery pack if you do need it. Now, their stats are a little bit older at this point, but they're advertising about a 30% boost of battery, which is going to apply to the 5 or the iPhone 5S. So it's going to be a little bit smaller on the 6 or 6 Plus just because the batteries are larger, so you're not going to get that same percentage on the phone. But you're looking at about an 800 milliamp battery if you're going to compare that to any of the other ones on the market. And while it is small, it's not meant to like completely save your phone. On the iPhone 5 and 5S, it gives you about 3 hours of extra talk time, which should get you through the night. What's different about this than all the other battery packs out there is that this is basically just a cable with a wrap in the middle of it. And every time you happen to use this for your phone, so you have this to sync your phone, to charge your phone at the office, whatever you do, you're always going to actually be charging up the battery pack in the middle. So it's always charged power pack that you can just always have with you if you're carrying around a cable, which I know a lot of people do. On this top side here, not only is it going to say jump by Native Union, but you're going to have 3 dots. They're going to tell you how much charge you have left in your battery pack, as well as the USB cable itself. On the other side of this, we're going to have a lightning cable. It also comes obviously in the micro USB or whatever you're going to have. The whole cable itself is going to be about 19 inches, which I think is like roughly 50 centimeters or so. And the first thing that I noticed with this, these are not like super easy to get out of here. I would not recommend, if you have this and you want to put it away, like roll it back up like this, I would not recommend pushing the USB one all the way down, because especially the USB side is nearly impossible to get up, especially if you have no nails. So I kind of pulled it up from the cord side. If you leave that out a little bit, it's not a deal breaker by any means, but something to kind of note when you're kind of using it. Obviously, you can see it's not super thin, it's decently thin. This is going to have no problem fitting in your pocket, but obviously there is a battery pack inside, so it's a little bit thicker than you would normally expect. On the side with the lightning or micro USB cable, you're going to see there's a button. That button is going to enable this to like basically turn on. So you plug this in your phone, it's not going to do anything until you press the little button, and it's going to start charging. It's pretty simple, not a lot of instructions to go on here. The cord quality itself is obviously above average. This is Native Union, and they are known for their cables. They have like the night cable and a few other ones that are really cool out there. So they do have like a nylon wrapped cable that are going to last a lot longer than your standard like rubber cables that you're going to get straight out of the box from Apple or your Android phone manufacturer. One thing to note is this is a Lightning one, and this actually is part of the MFI program, the Made for iPhone program. So this has been certified by Apple, which means it does include a chip. You're not going to have like one of those things like when you plug it in, it's like, hey, this doesn't work with your phone or whatever. This is certified by Apple, so you should not have any problems or compatibility issues, and you do know that it's up to the quote-unquote like standards of Apple when you have that kind of sticker on the box. One thing I mentioned before is because of how hard these cables are to get in and out, I don't push them quite in all of the way. And when I'm putting on the USB side in particular, I make it pretty tight all the way around so that when I push this in here, if you can see, I leave the cable like a little bit out of that nook, and it makes it a lot easier to kind of pull the cable out from the cord itself rather than from the USB side. This doesn't come in several different colors aside from blue, so if blue's not your thing, there's a few others you can choose from on Amazon and the Native Union website. When you have this plugged in, you can see these 3 lights start to light up and tell you where you are charging. So I've got working on my second third of my battery pack here. And then you can just go ahead and plug this in. So you don't have to worry about that charging. It's supposed to intelligently know how to charge your phone and the power pack at the same time. And so far, I haven't had any really complaints about which one it's charging when. But basically, you can just use this as a normal cable. Just replace any normal cable with this, whether you're at office or whatever. And then whenever you need to go, you simply unplug it from there. And you're going to always have this charged. My always problem with, say, my Mophie or any of the others is I never remember to charge them because I don't know when I'm going to need them. If I leave them charged all the time or leave them plugged in all the time, I'm going to like kill the battery. But this you kind of just use as normal and just always ready to go. And then you're like, I've got a backup battery ready to go. Simply plug it into your phone, hit the little button, and it starts charging. It retails for $49 from Amazon, Apple, and Native Union itself. If you have questions at all, make sure to throw them up in the comments. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys all next time.